Welcome lads, we are back for another video. Today we are doing an incredible Bundesliga squad builder. Now this isn't the cheapest team, there are some moderately cheap players and there is one pretty expensive player out there. He's not like 2,000 million coins or anything crazy like that, like 200k or something like that, no. But he's a lot more expensive than the rest of the players. But now without further ado, let us jump in and let's see what this team is. Now starting out in goal, you know, it's just, I've really started to think that investing in a good goalkeeper in this game is, you know, if they patch the goalkeepers, maybe that's not a thing, but I've had real struggles against, like, high-quality goalkeepers, and this guy, he's good enough. He makes enough saves that he's not horrible to play with. Now, the defense is another area that really needs to be at the utmost importance. Now, starting out with the first centre-back, we go with Bartra. The best defender I've used, frankly. I mean, the stats don't look great. I mean, obviously he's got the pace, but he's got really low physicality. But for me, he was incredible. I mean, he was making tackle after tackle. He's getting that man of the match because of how many tackles he got. Now, the other defender is a kind of a bigger defender. It's a Tar. You know, once again, it's not the best physicality, but there's pace there. I'm still trying to figure out the defending, and these two defenders, well, they do good things. I was going to use Brooks, the American defender that plays for, I think, Wolfsburg now, but these two just played a lot better. Now, moving on to the right back, I think he's a right wing back. Now, this is probably the cheapest player in the whole thing. He's a non-rare. Kadabrak, he's decent, you know, he's got enough pace. He's got physicality. What's his defending? 73 defending, which, you know, it's not awful, but it's, you know, it's good enough. And the left back, no, not right wing back. The left back is Wendt. I'm not so sure how you pronounce that. Once again, none of the left backs or the right backs have blistering pace, but for me, they played exceptionally well. Now, when we move into the midfield, this is where it starts to get interesting, because the first CDM, it doesn't change like it did in last year's game. Anyway, Sven Bender. Is his name Sven or is this one Lars? Yeah, this is Lars Bender. Great midfielder. He's just that kind of defensive, doesn't allow things to go through. I played 24 games with him and he's just worth every penny of 800 coins. I mean, it's just unreal. I mean, he hasn't scored a goal for me, but he stops play and he sets everything up. And then as we move into the more attacking midfielders, now this centre mid over here, I think he's a centre mid. He may be a cam. I'm not 100% sure. There he is. Goretzka, incredible. Oh my days. It looks good, you know. The 73 shooting is kind of the reason I wouldn't play him at the camp. Also, he has high work rates. Doesn't have 4-star skill moves, but the centre mid position, I mean, this guy scores goals. He doesn't necessarily make as many goals because I'm scoring lots of goals with him. He's tall, he runs for days. He's just an incredible card. And frankly, he's not the best midfielder out there, because the best midfielder out there is this little number. I used his loan card and he was just so good. I was like, okay, this guy's got to be worth what, like 10,000 coins? No, he's like 3 or 4. Yeah, 3.9. And I bought him a few days ago. I don't quite know what his price is right now. He's got 4-star skill moves. Just well-rounded player. 89 dribbling. What I really like about this midfield as we jump into the last midfielder is they all do a really good job. There's no holes. They're very well-rounded. They all offer something a little bit different. I mean, Forsberg's got a bit more of that attacking threat, but he doesn't have the dribbling that Keita has. As we look at his in-game stats, you know, he's not the best finishing, but a really nice player, great passer of the ball. He's just really well-rounded midfield. Now, moving on to the striker, this is kind of more the really kind of cheap, overpowered striker. And then we'll get to the, as you guessed it, probably, maybe you guessed who it is. He's right there. But we're going to talk about Origi right now. Really nice card. I mean, dirt cheap. I mean, I paid, well, it's not dirt cheap. I thought it was like under 1,000. It's not. But still, 4-star skill moves, 6'1", pace, strength. I'm not so sure what his finishing is. 79. It's not the best, but, you know, obviously, chemistry style will fix that problem. But this guy's incredible. But he's really nothing compared to Werner. because Werner he might be the reason this team plays so well. Because I just won a daily knockout tournament with this team, and they're just so good. Now, I did stick a chemistry style on him because I just wanted to kind of see what he could do. And I was thinking Hunter, but I was like, his pace is good, and I'd like to get his physicality up. Because his biggest issue, I felt, was his 59 strength. But with 92 acceleration, 91 sprint speed, 86 finishing, this card is on another level. 6 games, 10 goals, 4 assists, so good. Yes, he's 25,000 coins. But frankly, you can fit him into a team where no one besides him is more than 4,000 coins. And you could go with cheaper options. And I'm not so sure what their prices are now. How he's not like at least 8,000 coins, I do not know. But an incredible team. I really enjoy using them. And there were just no holes, except maybe the goalkeeper, but that just might be any goalkeeper. I'm going to stick Manuel Neuer in there. It's probably like 200,000 coins or something like that. Anyways, now let's jump into some highlights. Standout performer, definitely of the midfield, but frankly of the whole team, was Keita. I mean, Werner, yeah, but you expected that. But someone who costs 3,000, 4,000 coins, he's just incredible. And the thing I really liked about Werner was he scored a lot of headed goals for me, and I really did not expect that. Given the fact that he is only 5'11", which actually, the more I look at it, maybe that isn't understandable. He is 5'11", and heading is kind of back in this game. I mean, when I say Keita was the best midfielder, I mean, Grutziker was just as good. I would say those two were definitely the standout players, as I scored a lovely little goal there with Werner. I mean, his pace is just, it's undefendable, really, and Origi is okay. You know, he's not game-breaking. I'm not so sure I would use him in FUT Champs and be happy about it. But the rest of this team, maybe fix out the goalkeeper issue, maybe get like a Bernd Leno if you've got a few more coins. This Keita just absolutely just curls it around. I'm not so sure it went around his defender, but it was just the accuracy of that. And the counter-attack aspect of this team, because of the pace up front. I mean, Origi doesn't score as many goals as he probably should, but that doesn't mean he's not creating chances. And Grutziker and Keita kind of fought out who was the best midfielder. Forsberg, he didn't necessarily have the impact that I would have liked. Now, I played a lot less games with Forsberg than the other two, but he just wasn't the best. And that would definitely be, if I was going to play with this team long term, would be the position I would look at changing, because I think you could get a better option, but I'm not 100% sure who it is. You know, there isn't anyone that jumps off the page. I mean, maybe Muller, but I'm not playing him at Cam. No, I'm just not playing him. Origi, solid, talked about him. Bartra might have been the best buy of them all. Now, Bartra's price should be quite high, given the fact he's only like 2.1 thousand coins, which isn't really, it should be a lot better, because I know his stats on his card just look awful, but I don't know, for me, he was absolutely incredible. It's just a really well-rounded team. I mean, there's really not much more I can say about it. If you've used any of these players, drop a comment, tell me how you got on with them, because I really just can't see anyone not playing well with this team. I mean, Forsberg, looking back at some of these highlights, I mean, he really was the letdown. I mean, in this final game, I mean, I'm not so sure he's a letdown when he bangs in goals like that. I just could not score against his goalkeeper. Anyways, that is the end of this video. Make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and I will see you guys for another video shortly. Bye-bye.